The deaf and hard of hearing community is as diverse as the hearing community. Some examples are race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, gender identity, um, what social class a person is in other words, how much money a person makes, what type of job a person has, and where they live, a person's hearing status, other physical and mental disabilities, as well as many others.
Additional forms of diversity within the deaf community include level of hearing loss, communication modes and needs, and many experience isolation in mainstream schools. Deaf culture emphasizes acceptance of hearing loss and provide role models for achievement possibilities. Some key issues I face teaching deaf hard of hearing with a disability include the identification of a disability and tactics for language development. A disability must be identified so support can be given. Comparison with deaf hard of hearing who are thriving can help determine if a disability is present. I must use a toolbox of strategies because one approach is not enough. A foundation for learning must be established through early intervention, parental support, and family involvement. Classroom instruction should include motivational lessons, consistent routines, and programs for their individual needs. Unconventional strategies provide more learning opportunities. As a deaf educator, I must consider each child and advocate when they cannot.
The great technology divide refers to the amount of access people have to different forms of technology. There are a few different ways this applies to the deaf community. Different regions of our country have different accessibilities to technologies such as cochlear implants. According to Dr. Sheets, about 13.7% of people who are deaf have cochlear implants. Now, only about 9.9% of people in the West have implants, whereas 14.7% of people in the South have implants. Susan Estabrook wrote, "They may lack both availability and communicative access to technology. As a result, deaf and hard of hearing students may not be aware of technology options, nor have access to all of the technological devices available to them, such as captioning services in public places, relay systems, and knowledge on how to use them. The gap is lessening due to the position the NAD held on cochlear implants, changing back in the year 2000. They were strongly opposed to pediatric implantation, but now they feel as long as people understand that cochlear implants don't fix a child, they can be an helpful tool. This has opened the door and led to better technological access." I believe we can see drastic changes within the field of interpreting and teaching, and we will continue to see these changes within the next 50 years and beyond. I'm currently in an online American interpretation major. Technological advances have come such a long way that students can now learn how to be an ASL interpreter without ever stepping foot inside a classroom. The more interpreters that can be trained, the more access people have to communication. Now, there are also new apps that help teach people basic signs, and ones that will help listen to what's being said and produce video translation. These help one-on-one communication. There's no telling how many other advances we will see within the next 50 years. The possibilities are as endless as our imaginations.
Yes, completely. Technology is constantly changing, keeping us connected like never before. Deaf education will see new advances in hearing that are less invasive and provide better reception for our children. Virtual field trips will bring learning to our fingertips as we travel to areas in the present and past, incorporating deaf history and culture. Similar to when Congress passed the Television Decoder Circuitry Act, all hearing technologies, including implantations and communication devices such as cell phones, will be required to have a chip that connects to classroom and public speaker systems so that deaf can access language information all around them.